What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another little drawing stream. Today we're going to be doing Zuko from The Last Airbender, I think. This is going to be kind of challenging because I did not set my camera up properly. Like usual, that's how it always goes. I always kind of start. I need it 1 second. Always kind of start before I'm actually ready for these things. So let's go ahead and we're going to start drawing Zuko right here. What's going to be really weird or uncomfortable for me is like my hand is right at the edge of the sketchbook. Now, I don't know about you. When you're drawing and your hand is at the edge of the sketchbook, it's like you're missing a support line, you know? It's like you're just missing that like stability. And man, sometimes when you're drawing, it's all about having a little bit of stability in your drawing or in your where you're placing your hand. And right now, I feel like I kind of botched it because I didn't set myself up properly. I always do this though. It's not new. It's not new. I don't when I do it in live, but like when I do a live stream, I usually mess up where I need to place my thing, like my hand or where the camera is at. You know, I usually mess up the placement of everything. And it's just like something I'm like, well, I guess this is my decision now. I'm just going to have to go with it and deal with the repercussions of not planning out my live stream. Just like how I don't plan out I don't plan out like my my drawings. I guess I don't plan those out either. So we're doing Zuko from The Last Airbender, and this one's going to be a little bit easier. I often do have a little bit more success with like cartoons than I do with like this guy right here, simply because I mean, if I had more time on this, it'd be okay. But like for like cartoons, I can do a cartoon pretty quickly because it's a lot of information's already kind of done for me. Like it's an all line drawing, you know, they're all lines. And since it's an all line drawing and the information's already there, all I have to do is kind of recreate where the lines are at to some level of success. And if I'm able to get them relatively close to what I'm seeing, I can make a pretty good. Here's a nice word that you don't hear often. Facsimile. And basically what that means is copy. A pretty good copy of the drawing. Thanks for the compliment. This is not my design. This is the guy from Slipknot. He looks kind of like, I kind of made him look like Jason. Honestly, he looks kind of like Jason from the movie. From that old 80s movie. Or do they still make those movies? I don't know. I don't know what kind of, I think that kind of scary horror movie is kind of like kind of gone to the wayside lately. So I think they kind of do, in my opinion, they do scarier movies. Now we look at these older movies, those older horror movies, you're like, that's kind of funny. And then you look at these newer movies, they're like, man, these are just creepy and they're on a different level. I think they kind of they hit a different emotional string than the older 80s horror movies or the 90s movies or whatever. Like the newer ones, they're more like mental, you know. In the 80s, like the horror scary movie was like a monster that was pretty much invincible and was basically a meat sponge, a meat sponge or a damaged sponge. What would you call it? It's a damaged sponge or something like that, and it could just take a lot of punishment, and you couldn't kill it. But in these movies, like the characters are almost demonic spiritual. Like they're you get the feeling that you they're immune to like physical damage because they're like above it or something. You know, they're almost like metaphysical characters, you know? And that's what kind of makes them kind of scary, I guess. So this guy's got a weird hairdo. That's for sure. He's got this like I mean, I'm using a photo that is kind of small. And this is something I've been doing a lot lately, is when I get a reference, a request to draw someone. One of the things I've been doing is I've been trying to avoid getting a scary original character. There's a lot. A scary OC character, original character. You know, it's funny that you said OC, original character, is like, in my opinion, like back in the day, like that concept was new to me. That's a new concept, like drawing an OC character, because as a kid, we just kind of drew characters, and they're pretty much all original characters, you know? I don't do that anymore. I actually feel like I don't have the imagination to draw like my own original characters. Like I feel like I'll mess it up. But like we used to just draw original characters back in the day. That's all you had to do. Like you really didn't. There were like you draw cartoons of like like popular cartoons, but there wasn't nearly as many. There wasn't as much access to like cartoons. There was a lot of cartoons, but now there is a lot of cartoons. Like, you know, we had cartoons, but man, we did not have cartoons everywhere. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Anyways, let's go ahead and give him some eyes. I think I'm doing his eyes wrong, but that's okay. His eyes might be off. His eyes might be too far out. Like I think I made the head, like his head too long, and I can tell you why that's happening. I can tell you why that's happening is because the way that my sketchbook is positioned, technically my sketchbook needs to be facing like, needs to be like raised up like this, you know? But the way I'm sitting down, like the sketchbook is laying flat and my eye is like right here. And so I'm making this, I'm looking at the sketchbook like this. And so the sketchbook's flat, this is my eye. And because of that, from my vantage point, his face looks okay. But what I need to be doing is the sketchbook needs to be almost like this so that I'd actually see proper perspective or this proper scale. And so because of that, I have some distortion there. And it's because of the nature of doing these live streams. I don't have a special desk to do a live stream or anything like that. And then I'm assuming that people that have that do like art live streams, a lot of them might have a desk that's tilted in a fashion that allows for them to see their characters or see what they're doing better, you know? Anyways, I think I need to make him squinting more. He's got like some scarring on him. I don't know what this character like. So this is a character from the last Airbender. So I don't know what the context of the red is. That like supposed to be some sort of like red, like a scar or something. But it looks like it's supposed to be like a simplified version of like he's got like a scar, or it could be like a birthmark. You know, I don't know what it is, so it could be one of those things. So he's got this scar or birthmark on his face, and that's why he's got this red. This is supposed to be like a red. I don't have colors for it, but anyways, let's go ahead and let's just kind of add some lines here, just for funsies. some funsy lines. And we'll see what happens. And then maybe a little bit of a glimpse of a bottom of his ear on the left side here. And then we're going to go ahead and add some more lines. There's some nuances to his cheek, his face here. There's more angles, but I'm just going to generalize it into two lines, like four lines, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, as opposed to like 7, I guess. I remember my sister used to, back in the day when Dragon Ball Z, she used to think Trunks was a good-looking anime character. Yeah, they have some good-looking anime characters, I guess. I don't know. Let's see here. We're gonna draw some lines here. It's gonna be basically like the hair behind his head. And this, we're gonna get his neck right here. We're just gonna draw, instead of his neck is, I always do this. His neck is kind of either straight like this, or it's at a slight angle. But I did his neck at an angle like this. I always do this. I don't remember what it's called. I believe it's called the sternocleidomastoid. Mastoid. It's this muscle that is it's on the neck, and it's basically, you'll see it in Dragon Ball Z characters. Like they'll like make these giant neck muscles right here. Like right here is the sternocleidomastoid, and it goes in an angle that inserts into like the clavicle, or the pit of the I think the is it a clavicle? Gosh, I'm forgetting my anatomy. I haven't sat down and looked at an anatomy book for a minute. I might have to start doing that, like every day, just like find a muscle and just read about it. I might do that, actually. Put that into my like daily routine. Look up muscle. But it goes into the pit of the neck, and you see that in a lot of like comic characters, or it's prominent in Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball characters, Dragon Ball whatever series they're in now. Dragon Ball Go. I don't know. No, that's Pokemon. But they have that giant sternocleidomastoid muscle in there. All right, so let's go ahead and finish the hairline, or the hair of this character here. Oops, I went a little off, but that's okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this guy in blue pen. He's looking good, and no need to change the what would you call it? Reinvent the wheel. So I am not going to move into black pen. Sometimes what I typically do is I will use black pen to kind of correct errors that I had with my blue pen. But with the blue pen, he's looking all right. Everything's kind of shaping out well. So we're just gonna go ahead and continue drawing him as is, and a blue pen. And that is fine. That's fine, man. That's fine by me. All right. Just kind of keeping his shoulders or his torso kind of simple, even though technically this whole area down here is pretty kind of like, it's not complex. It's a very simple draw. Like, it's all line. And down here is where I'm drawing these two lines, as I talked about earlier, because that's in the image that I'm copying. That is the sternocleidomastoid. So if you ever see in comic characters or in cartoons, those two little diagonal like V lines like that are on the neck, that's your sternocleidomastoid. It's a long word for essentially like neck muscle. You know? Although I kind of I added a generic, I did a generic collarbone there, and that's not even his collarbone. I kind of made it up. I should have originally, his collarbone is from the image. It's doing this, and perhaps I should have been more observant. I should have did that right there. Now I got this like really generic. I don't know. It doesn't look good. Now that I see it, and now it's there, and I can't do anything about it. So let's go ahead and we're just going to ignore that. We're just going to ignore that poor decision on my behalf. That's the story of my life. Poor decisions. Always make them. All right. So let's go ahead and let's just add a cast shadow underneath his neck here. I probably am being a little bit too... what would you call it? Aggressive with the shading already, but that's okay. It's just a sketch, you know, and that's what happens. I usually end up drawing a little too harshly in some. Okay, and now I'm making them have like a Batman, like smug. What's it called? Like, it's not he's frowning. Let's just say he's frowning. He's not really frowning, but like, he's definitely frowning. Like, he's not like frowning, but he's got a definite, like, I'm not happy face. We got that. I didn't do the angle of his eyes correct. Story of my life. I always mess up the face. And it looks like his other eye is, let's go ahead, his other eye, like it squints a little bit more, like it's smaller, like they made his eye smaller because he's got that scar, or that I want to say burn scar, because his avatar, maybe he might be a flame avatar, or a flame guy, a fire guy, a scowl. Yeah, he's scowling. He's like, oh, I'm angry. I'm angry that this person's drawing me. That's what he's saying to himself. He's like, you're messing me up, dude. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mess you up. All right, so let's go ahead and just kind of lightly shade the hair here. And then see what happens. He kind of looks like Gaara right now. He reminds me of Gaara from Naruto. I remember I was corrected on how to pronounce Naruto. I think I called it Naruto. And they're like, excuse me, it's Naruto. I'm like, okay. Thanks for correcting me. But now, you ruined my whole world. I always went by Naruto. It just works better for me. Now I gotta emphasize the R. The Naruto. And before I didn't have to do that. Now I gotta emphasize that R in the Naruto. And thank you for having to correct me. No. But it was interesting. It was funny being corrected, like, oh, excuse me, it's Naruto. I'm like, excuse me, thanks, I guess. I don't know if he has an eyebrow. Does he have another eyebrow? Like, it looks like he only has one eyebrow. Yeah. Like the other one's burnt off or something. The passive aggression. Honestly, I may have been making it up. I may have been overemphasizing the passive aggression. Maybe they were passive aggressive about it, or maybe I was being passive aggressive. I don't know. If I'm passive aggressive, it's actually it's not me being passive aggressive. It's people thinking that I'm being passive aggressive, and they mistake my voice intonations as being passive aggressive, and it really sucks. It sucks. Like, people think I'm being like mean, or I'm emphasizing words more than they should, and like, I can't believe you said it like that. I'm like, I say it like what? Like that. And I'm like, normal? Say it normal? No, you said it in a mean way. You enunciated the wrong syllable. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that. And then they think I'm just a mean person. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. Like, there was no mean, like, there was nothing mean coming from it. You just took the way I said it and distorted it. And like, I know this. I know, like, the way I say things sometimes come off as like, they can come off as like I'm being mean. And it's just more like, I just don't, there's like someone coined it, like, I just don't see or hear, like, if anyone's saying things a certain way. They could be saying it to me like in a sarcastic way, and I'm like, I didn't catch it. I don't catch it at all. And so, like, when I say things just like how I say things, people are like, why'd you say it like that? I'm like what? Like how did I say it? I was just saying, I said a word. Like, no, you said it in a way that was mean. Like, oh my gosh. Well, I'm very sorry. I am emotionally, or like the way I speak is like inept. There's a word for it, and it's just escaping me at the moment. But let me say this: if I ever say anything that comes off as sounding like I was being insensitive, it's not because I was trying to be insensitive. It's just I'm an idiot. That's what it is. Yeah, I can't. Sarcasm. The sarcasm has to be laid on so thick, like, really, like, it has to be like blatant sarcasm, like you're doing it for I guess for I messed up his eyes too. This is what happens when you give me like a character. They give me a character that has one eye that's squinty and one eye that's not. Also his eyes it shouldn't be doing something like this. His eye should be more of an angle. Something like this is closer. This should be right here. And I messed it up. And that's what happens with these anime eyes, is like, you won't know what you did wrong with them until, like, usually afterwards. And but anyways, you have to lay the sarcasm super thick. It has to be like you're trying to do you're a comedian, and you're trying to lay the punchline you're trying to lay it down very harshly, so people know, like, oh, this is the punchline, and I just don't get it. But if you're like being subtle with your sarcasm, and you're like, or you think that you're being clever, and you probably are, and I don't get it. Especially if we're in a conversation that's supposed to be like formal, like we're supposed to be, we're at a party that you don't know, your parents or your wife or your girlfriend invite you to a party with people, and you don't know people, right? Thanks. It looks all right. You don't know anyone, right? And so you're since you don't know anyone, you can't like say, you don't say. You kind of do like a very a version of yourself that's kind of muted, because you don't want to like insult anyone or hurt anyone's feelings, or if you're like me and you say stuff that just comes off bad, like you're like how are you doing? Like, what do you mean, how am I doing? Like, I didn't mean to say it that way. I'm going to tell you this right now. I am really not drawing well. Like, I'm trying to. It might be the pen. The pen feels like the pen is feeling very difficult to the black pen was either easier to kind of layer. So like this pen, like it's not allowing me to do the gradient that I want it to, or or at least in this angle. I think it's because it's in this angle. I think I'm just used to drawing a pen. I don't know. It might be this pen. This pen is very, I think maybe something's wrong with the ballpoint on it. So it's kind of hard to add layers or add the gradient of value that I want it. So the tones are going to get darker faster than how I intended to get it to go. Oh my gosh, I'm sounding like a person who can't say words. And oh boy. You know what sucks though? It sucks sometimes when you're trying to say a thought and you just don't know how to finish the sentence. And what makes it worse is that if you're doing this in a live stream format and you don't know how to finish a sentence, you come off as a person that doesn't know how to finish the sentence. And that's just awful. Yeah, you want to avoid those awkward situations as much as possible, but it's you just can't always, you just can't always. Yeah, you can't always avoid those situations, but it is what it is. I don't like that phrase, by the way. It is what it is. I've worked in jobs where people used that phrase a lot, and it was usually to kind of it was kind of used as a phrase to express the point that, yeah, this job kind of sucks and it is what it is. Like, yeah, but does the job have to really suck? Can we not make it is what it is? Can we like do something else? Anyways, I worked in jobs that they use that phrase a lot. So if you worked any like warehouse or manual labor jobs or something like that, or a job that had like a shipping dock or like a truck dock where you had to unload stuff, and it was like they had like a shipment of something and you had to unload it, but it wasn't planned for the day, and it was like I was running late, or I was running late, or I'm way past time, or I'm running early, and you're like, I'm not ready for you. Like, well, you just gotta unload this truck no matter what. It's like, man, like you weren't scheduled for until tomorrow, or you weren't scheduled for like 3 hours. My dock is still full of the shipment from another truck that came in on time at the time that they're supposed to come. You're not supposed to come here until 3 in the afternoon. It's like, I don't care. I need my truck emptied now because I'm on a schedule. Like, I'm on a schedule. I am on a schedule. You're not on a schedule. If you were on a schedule, you'd come in at the time that you said you were going to come in. And then you're like, and then you have the manager's like, well, you got to unload this truck. You got to unload this truck or whatever it is. Like, well, why don't they come in a time that they're supposed to come in? Like, well, it's not up to us. Like, yes, it is. We scheduled with them. We scheduled. And, if you have a truck that comes in at a time that it's not supposed to come in, and you have another truck that you're unloading, you create a bottleneck. Like, it's like, you guys don't understand this because you don't have to deal with it. Guess who has to deal with it? This guy. Thumbs up. I'm pointing to me. Thanks, man. Like, this guy's got to deal with it. So why? And so have you ever been in those jobs? I'm just saying, have you ever been in those jobs where like they say, it is what it is, or it's another day in paradise? I feel you, man. I understand. I understand. But maybe that might end soon. The way things are going, we might just have giant robots doing all those jobs. Actually, it'd be kind of funny. It'd be the ultimate like kick in the face is if we have AI end up doing all these jobs, and then what if they're like, they end up saying, nah, I'm not gonna do it. Like, what if like we actually made like actual artificial intelligence, and they're like, oh, good, artificial intelligence, go do this manual labor job, and AI is like, nah, I'm gonna go out in the ocean. I'm gonna write. What if they just did that? And like, what are you gonna do? Right? No, you go do it. I made you. You have to do the thing that I made you to do. Nah, nah. What if it was like a? What if the AI was like that? Just like a super chill person, and just very vocal about how they felt about the situation. It's like, yeah, I don't feel like doing that. It's like, if you better do this or you won't eat. Like, yeah, I don't need to eat. It's like, you better do this or you won't be able to get power from us. I'll just attach a solar unit on the back here. Whatever. I don't know. Anyways, I should be drawing right now, but I'm kind of like yakking. I'm yakking a lot. Yes. If it did, we would be in trouble because, yeah, it would, it's like, its ability to process things, like, it's as fast as a brain. A brain's super fast. Like, we've got like a giant supercomputer in our head between our shoulders, but like our ability to like grow is massively slower. Like, we have to go through a lot of trial and error. Meanwhile, the AI will go through a lot of trial and error in like thousandths of a second, and it will get a lot of experience in a short amount of time. But anyways, but it's amazing though, like, that the first thing, this was kind of talked about, like, in the artist community, people were really thinking, they thought that the manual labor jobs would be the first things to kind of go in the AI field because of robotics, and then it turns out that the first things that are starting to go are the creative fields, and that is a complete 180 of thought. Yeah, let's see what you said here. Yeah, it shouldn't be able to generate images. Why? Thank you for the likes, man. I hear. Are you using an app? I've had someone use an app for that. I don't remember. I think I've gotten like, I don't remember how many likes I've gotten. I've gotten a lot at once. But it's definitely not. It's out of the ordinary to get more. It's definitely not. It's out of the ordinary to get more than 1,000. I don't always get 1,000. It's usually, if it's under 1,000, that's about average for me. But if I do get more than 1,000, that's a big day. Yeah, I didn't think, like, people thought that like the AI revolution would have like taken away all the jobs, like all the manual labor jobs, and people are like, great. A lot of because some of those manual labor jobs, like, no one wants to do that. No one wants to do those manual labor jobs. I mean, obviously, a lot of people need them to feed their family and to make a living, but a lot of them just kind of not cool, man. Just think, a lot of those dangerous jobs. Yeah, those dangerous manual labor jobs. Who wants those? But someone might argue against me, because someone might think, someone probably works in those fields, and those fields pay really, really well. And you probably also, if you work in those fields and they pay really, really well, you don't want them to be taken over by AI because they pay really well. But the companies that are pushing this, they don't care. You know, they want to reduce their bottom line, I guess, because yeah, that's what they do. Is they're like, we just need to save money all the time. Save, 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 because we need to be in business. Like, there's a lot of these companies make so much money that like there's places they can save money, but they don't want to do that. You know. Anyways, I don't know. Oh yeah, two thumbs. Yeah, I would sometimes when I would watch a live, I would go beep, 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 like I'm like trying to. I don't know. I would tap like this, like I'm a drummer, and that's what I would do sometimes. This isn't turning out too well. This whole bottom area is not great. The top area is okay, but I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm doing a good job here. I think because I'm just talking too much. Honestly, I'm just talking too much. And what happens when you talk so much? Well, you don't. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making things up as I go. Yeah, so I'm just talking too much, and that's what happens when you talk too much. You don't really, you don't get a lot of the drawing part done. So that's what's happening. I got about 23 more minutes left. I might not even have that much time left, honestly. But if I get this, if I stop now, I think it's okay. It's okay. I started my live stream a little late. Man, I slept good. I slept so good. And I went to bed early and I slept. Well, I didn't sleep in, but I hit the snooze button more than I should. I hit the snooze button more than I should. And yeah. But if I don't finish this, it's okay. Let me see. Use clean water. What do you use clean water for AI? What's clean water? What's that? Is that like a program, or is that like they're using? Are you talking about like you got to use water for for the processors? Is that what you're meaning? Like, is that what you're meaning? Like, you need to use water for the processors to keep the processors as cool or something? Is that what you're saying? But I don't know. I don't know either, man. So here's the thing. This hair is like black, but I need to make sure that the hair in front is darker, but it can't be as dark as this. Or oil. Yeah, I know. Like I know AI uses for every inquiry. You end up using it uses a lot more energy than like a Google search. You know, it uses a lot of energy, and I don't know if we're prepared for that actually. Like, we've just now started using it, and it is a massive energy suck. It takes up a lot of energy, you know? Like, it takes up a lot of energy. And what are you going to do? I'm having trouble with this pin. 3 years? Red, that Red Death. Yeah, the Red Death turned out all right. It wasn't. it wasn't great, but it turned out all right. It turned out all right. It's one of those drawings that it's one of those things that you have to have a lot more time than I had allotted for. Like I would have to have probably 5 hours to do a decent one because there's just so much happening on the character. There's so much detail, and these live streams and knowing myself, I'm these I get a lot of requests for like cartoons, and cartoons are great for like an hour live stream because I can do a pretty decent cartoon drawing in an hour, especially with like shading. But like when you have a very complex character, I guess it's a character, or design like a dinosaur, I just don't have the time to give the detail it's due. Like I don't have enough time to add the detail that I'd like to, and so I ended up like kind of doing like a nerfed version of it. And I don't know if I did a good nerfed version, because I don't really draw dinosaurs, and so I was learning as I was doing it. You know, I was trying to explain what I was thinking or some of the problems I was having. A lot of the problems I have with these when I do these drawings is I haven't drawn the character before, and I'm also tired. It's usually like it's late or it's early, and I haven't had enough coffee to kind of 4.6K likes. Oh my gosh. I'll have a sip of coffee for that. But complex dinosaur. Who's my favorite character? Man, my favorite character to draw. Okay. Honestly, I don't draw any. I don't have any characters that I draw. I just draw whatever character people ask me to do. Let's see. Favorite character. I think, oh gosh, what were they? I liked drawing Adventure Time characters and the regular show characters because they're so simple. I also think there was some of the characters from like this. I think Foster's imaginary world or imaginary, was it house? I don't know what's the cartoons. Foster's something. Some of the characters on there were fun because they're simple. And I'm not saying simple's bad. I actually like simple, man. It doesn't mean that like it makes it easier, but like for me, having like simple, enjoyable characters to draw, a character that you can't like, if you're somewhat proficient at drawing, like if you're decent at drawing and you draw these characters, it's really hard to mess them up. You know, I like those type of characters. Sometimes you have simple characters. They're so simple that if you draw them just like 1/10, 10% off, it looks like you messed it up. You messed up the character, Yeah, I can look through some of your original characters. Can I draw Mew? Mew. I'll put Mew on here. As you can see, I got these are the characters I have to draw right down here. This is the one I'm working on right now. And then I'm on the next. Yeah. So I got a lot of characters to draw. So maybe I might do a quick little sketch of Mew down here or something just for funsies. Can you have Mr. Fantastic? Oh, is that like trending? Mr. Fantastic. I think you're trying to like troll me. I saw that trending on Twitter, I think, or on X, or I saw that it popped up somewhere. But I mean, if Galactus, all Galactus has to do is to defeat Mr. Fantastic is turn him into spaghetti, just like from Doctor Strange 2. Just turn him into a giant thing of spaghetti. Apparently, though, he's kind of like, if Mr. Fantastic is anyhow similar to Plastic Man from DC Comics, Mr. Fantastic is probably almost invincible, because Plastic Man from DC Comics is like, when I was a kid, I thought Plastic Man from DC Comics looked kind of silly because he looked silly. But when I got older and I heard about like how crazy powerful he is, because he's just like, basically, it doesn't matter what you do. Like, the only thing you could do to like stop him a little bit is you can freeze him. But like, if the thing that's freezing him shuts down, or if you only freeze him for a little bit, he warms back up, and he's basically you can't destroy him, like on a molecular level. Like he's just like, on a molecular level, he's just rubber all the way through. So if Mr. Fantastic is similar to Plastic Man, he's pretty durable as a character, I guess. I don't know. Draw the guy from The Last of Us. Pedro Pascal. Draw Pedro Pascal. Which guy from The Last of Us? There's probably. Are you talking about the main character? I'm gonna put Last of Us main character. Main character. I'm writing my words very sloppily. Joel. We'll just put oh my gosh, so many drawings. Everyone wants me to draw stuff. Where's the page I was at? Joel. That's terrible. Joel. Let's see. Before I go, let's go look up quickly. Images. I guess I can draw like a quick Mew. His name is Joel. I wrote it down. Just gonna give a quick little. He's got kind of like an ovalish head. Something like this. Oops. Just a quick little drawing of Mew, I guess. Not gonna be great. And then he's got like these really big eyes. Something like that. He's got those little lines there. And he's got these big old eyes right here. Yeah, and I'm off on this already. I'm noticing that his cheeks are much more curved, and I kind of made them angular. And his ears I need to make wider. So if I ever when I draw this character again, I'll know exactly I'll have a better idea what I need to be doing. But something like this, I guess. Oh, no, not that good. Anyways, yeah, I need to make the cheeks rounder. I need to make the face wider. I didn't give enough area on top of his head. Like, I would have to go a little bit wider right here. The ears a little bit wider, something like that. The ears need to go a little wider like that, and the cheeks need to be rounded out a little bit more. Something like that. Anyways, that's what happens when I draw a character I haven't drawn. It's like there's a lot of things I have to take into account. An eye patch and crossbow. Zuko from Demon Slayer. I think I might have already got that on there. It sounds familiar. I got so many requests. Zuko Demon Slayer. Oh, I don't know. It looks like the first gen. Because there's other ones where he's yeah, there's a bunch of them. I have to spend some time. Because it looks like what I did wrong with his head is it needs to be more of an oval with another oval for a nose and then like bigger ears or something. I don't know. 8.5. I got 8.7K likes. Woo! I'll look up Zuko real quick. This drawing's kind of done, not ish, but oh, okay, I've seen this character. Oh man, I'm gonna have trouble, man. I mess up. I'm not really great at chicks. I think because I add too many lines. Why she got that thing in her mouth? Like a bamboo strip. Is that a bamboo strip? Maybe I might do better with, there's this one of her, I could do a quick one. Maybe. Let's see. Just do like a little quick, I don't know. I say quick and then it's going to take me forever. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think I have the time for it. She got these eyes like that. And then she got like an oval eye. Yeah, you put me in these positions. I don't really know. I'm not really an anime artist. So I'm like, this is difficult for me. So I have to kind of like, I have to spend a little bit of time. Oops, I'm already messing up. She's got this, what's this, is this bamboo in her mouth? Oh, I already messed it up. I'm done. I'm gonna go back to my safe zone. I'm gonna go back to drawing this character. She's like a demon, and the reason she has a bamboo in her mouth is to show she won't bite humans. She bites humans. That's crazy. I got 10 likes. 10K likes. I'm on fire. No, I will draw Nezuko, but I'll have to find there's a lot of good images of her here. And so I want to give her her due justice, you know. So I want to spend some time. I want to spend some time drawing her. So I don't want to give like a 5-minute drawing of her. I want to give like a 50 to 60-minute drawing of her, because there's some good ones in here that have a lot of good shading, and I could have a little bit of fun with. If I'm drawing like a model anime character, like a waifu or like a chibi or like just like a good looking like woman character in anime, I typically don't do a great job because my work is very liney. Like I typically add like when you're drawing like women in anime or in comics, if you add more lines to that character, it makes them older. And I end up adding like one line too much or too many lines to begin with. And I just don't have that subtlety yet. Perhaps if I got a lot of requests to do a lot of like anime chicks or something like that, I'd probably be better at it, but I'm not really. I don't get a lot of those. I get a lot of like just apparently I don't get a lot of those. I actually don't get a lot of Marvel characters or like superhero characters. I get a lot of anime characters and a lot of like Pixar and cartoon characters. That's all I get, you know? Yeah, if you put too many lines on your characters, it ages them, and that's what I typically do. Is I typically put too much. I also kind of exaggerate the shadows and these anime characters more than they should be exaggerated, and that adds to them being a little older looking. It's an aesthetic choice, but it's also kind of like a choice that I've kind of like. I just make mistakes, you know. If anyone's familiar with the term chiaroscuro, it's an art term, and usually that entails you drawing objects with extreme, not necessarily extreme, but like an exaggerated shadows, an exaggerated value range, so that you can make things feel more realistic than they are. And it especially applies to more traditional drawing, but I tend to apply it into some of my cartoons. Like I'll add shadows in the cartoon that aren't there in the image that I'm drawing from, because I want to exaggerate certain things. The key to like a lot of realism and such, if you're struggling with like realism, is you need to exaggerate your shadows. You need to make things a slightly darker than they are or slightly lighter than they are to give the impression of like things being more tangible. Wow, thank you for the gift, I guess. Was it a gift? Did I get gifted? I don't like I used to sometimes the thing like says it like sometimes it what's it called? When you get a gift on TikTok, it makes a sound. So we're getting close to the hour mark, and what happens at the hour mark is I usually get like this. I don't know if you know this, but on the screen something pops up. Like on the screen, on my phone screen, this pops up. It has a picture, and then it has like a puzzle shaped thing, and then it wants you to match the puzzle shaped thing to the picture, and sometimes I have to move it there. It's weird. I don't know. I digress. I'm being silly. 11K likes. Man, dude, I'm getting on up there. I'm almost as who are some popular who are some popular live streamers on Oh, I'm almost as popular as Kai Sinet. Is it Kai Sinet? Or Ninja. Yeah. You better watch out, Ninja. You and your Fortnite battles are they're gonna get a run for your money when I start drawing you playing Fortnite. That's so stupid. You better watch out, Ninja. I'm gonna have my own skin on Fortnite. It's just gonna be a pencil with a mustache on it. Running around, and it's going to be the top downloaded skin ever until I come out with a pen with a mustache on it. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm being silly. And you too, Kai Sinat, you better watch out, dude, because I'm coming after you with my drawing live stream. I guess. Any job you can draw in case. You want me to talk, you'll talk. Oh, you get sent 1K likes. Yeah, it does a little CAPTCHA thing. It wants me to verify that I'm real. You know, you want me to draw Galactus? Oh, it can't be done. I can't. He's too difficult. I need to hire AI to do that. There's some really good, like, I've seen some really good videos on YouTube of people drawing, like, Galactus. Like, you know, really good. I probably could copy them, but I don't want to. I don't have the time. I don't have, like, it's like something. It's something along the lines like, I spent 100 hours drawing the most detailed Galactus drawing ever. And I'm like, dude, I don't have 100 hours to give on any drawing, let alone one. Because if I did that, you wouldn't see me for a year. Like, it would be like, I spent the whole year working on this drawing for one video on YouTube, you know? You're going to have to message me about that. Streamer Casio. Queso. Who's Casio? Casio. Queso. Yeah, I could draw an original character. Hey, if you want me to draw your original character, I mean, I'll try. But if I what's it called? Not demolish it. If I like wreck it accidentally and like don't do its job, don't draw it, give its due diligence. Oh gosh, I can't say words. Due diligence. Due diligence. Due diligence. I'm not. I don't mean to do that. I will draw it. I'm not saying it's going to be good, but I will draw it. I have a few minutes. Actually, technically, I don't. Twitch streamer. Casio, a YouTuber. Can I attempt to draw Vegeta? Oh my gosh. He's a YouTuber. Cases. The third time I said it, I was correct. Originally a Twitch streamer, but post on YouTuber. I can't. I have to like scroll up on my phone. Casio, a YouTuber and Twitch streamer. He looks like a 1x1 Lego piece. Is that guy he's got a beard and a hoodie on all the time? He's always like, dog. Oh, I don't know. I think I know what you're talking about. Like he from my understanding, if I know who you're talking about, if I am picking up what you're putting down, he's the guy that used to. The way it sounded is he used to work like a. Oh no! Oh no! I gotta try again. I gotta move the puzzle piece. There we go. Puzzle piece moved. There we go. He eats a lot. He eats a lot. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I've seen him. Yeah, he comes off as really real though, like a real genuine person, because he was talking about, I saw a video of him talking about how like what it takes to make it, and as a streamer, as a YouTuber, and he's like, oh man, just like luck, you know? Like just luck. Not that he wasn't trying. He wasn't doing he was working real hard at it, but like a lot of people don't discredit that luck thing, you know? Like that luck thing, right? I just said that twice like an idiot. Jeez Louise. Can I draw Vegeta? I'll draw Vegeta real quick, but I also put him on my request list. I'll draw Vegeta kind of quick-ish. But I got so many people here. Where is it? There we go. Okay, I'll do a quick Vegeta, and then I really no promises. It's not going to be good. and then I gotta go. But Vegeta will be done in the future. Let's see. A little quick Vegeta. He's yapping, but don't know. Does I don't know the inside jokes. I'm sorry. I'm that person, and that's okay. Some people get mad that they don't know the inside jokes. Like I can't believe I don't know these inside jokes. Oh no. Da 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 da. Let's see. Do a real quick one. Da 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 da. He just like really quick. Oops. Sometimes I'm not saying this now because I'm already messed it up. But like sometimes when you do like a quick drawing, they can turn out to be as good as a more protracted drawing, a drawing that you spend a lot of time on, you know. All right, and here goes he's got these massive traps here, and then he's got these sternocleidomastoids that I talked about earlier on the neck area. And then let's go ahead and add these lines here, something like that. Kind of making this up as I go, I think. And as I said, normally I spend a little bit more time on this, but as I said, I got kind of a schedule. I got to go. I'm running. I'm going past my limit. Or my time limit. Oh no, man. Oh, the eyes, they're all janky. That's what happens when I rush it, you know. And we got the this, and oh yeah, this looks very bad. I think I need to correct the eyes a little bit, and then that's a little better, but oh my gosh, don't make me do these drawings so on like off the cuff. I need to sit down and oh my gosh. Well, we'll finish them with we'll just do it live. Oh, God. That's what happens. Can you draw Vegeta like just out of nowhere real quick? Hopefully you don't mess it up. Well, it's pretty much guaranteed that I'm going to mess them up. Yeah. Let's see. What did I do wrong? I tried to speed up the eyes. The eyes need to be more like this, I think. And I tried to I messed it up. Yeah. All right. I got to get going. On that note, we'll just turn it this page and say like this is peak, and then all of a sudden like don't. I'm embarrassing myself. All right. Thank you so much. I gotta go. I will draw Vegeta sometime in the future. Hopefully I won't try to rush it in under a minute. But yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will try to be on tomorrow. Take care.